fan channels do.
How did you like your food, Missy? How did you like it? Was it good?
A much
Did you like it?
issue we have with child influencer culture. But the reality is, if people didn't, start questioning this years ago, we wouldn't be seeing documentaries, legal discussion, or even just basic awareness that more people are finally getting about the long-term and even short-term impact of growing up, of putting your kids online, and that conversation matters. And to kind of add to the clip of them talking, them saying we have a story to tell, I want to add this clip from the documentary because Tyler and Madison, as well as all family vloggers, these parents, they love to say, oh, we're just capturing real life moments and uploading them like a home video. But this clip I'm about to show you proves that that's not the case, that there's literally nothing natural about family content.
You're being extra silly today. You keep moving. Stay there. Okay, look at mommy and make those funny faces like. No, just look at her, not me. Do it when he does it, okay? Do it when he does it in turn. I want the full song. No, you're not, Madison. You're not playing.
I want to do sideways.
Madison, whenever I film these things, I think of editing. I'm editing.
I don't like this angle because it's openings. I'm trying to get you to redo it from the side.
I'm not seeing anything. I will let you know. I want you to stand in front of this piece of paper with tape on it. Do the Macarena right there when the Macarena starts. Listen to me. I can only do it if you're cooperating. I think that's a cooperating. I can't do it.
Can you just shoot me with dancing? I want some other angles of me dancing. We'll just shoot no song. I know. It's just because that sounds not going to be it. So fine. Ready? Watch. Just give me shots of me dancing.
I'm done.
Why can't you just give me shots of me dancing? Yeah, I don't know about you, but the only choreographed home videos I remember of me are my cousins. Oh, butchering the dance routine.
It was do that.
Forcing our parents to sit through it like the biggest thing of the year. I don't personally remember my dad directing my mom on how to pose, like it's a photo shoot, and I don't remember sitting there scared on the counter watching while my dad was having an emotional meltdown like a petulant child mid-family.
No.
Because then I feel like bad.
We say yes. Then if we just say no, then they'll be like, they're kind of rude. I don't want to follow them anymore. You know, what if that happens?
I don't like making people feel bad.
Me either.
Disgusting, right? Because ultimately what Madison is teaching her daughter is that saying no, it's not really an option. That her own comfort comes second to keeping other people happy.
Yeah, that.
Her daughter is literally expressing that sometimes she wants to live a normal life, which that's valid. That's completely valid. Every child deserves privacy, downtime, and the ability to not have to be constantly on and performing for the camera and for others. But instead of respecting that, Madison's response is basically, yeah, but we don't want to disappoint people, right? And I'm sorry, not sorry actually, but that's such a damaging mindset to instill in young
Goddamn,
because where does that end? Seriously,
that's the mindset I have. Like, don't let anybody down, ever.
It doesn't really matter if she's constantly being taught that other people's wants come before her own comfort level. That making strangers online happy is more important than listening to herself. That's how you raise a chronic people pleaser. Someone who feels guilty for setting boundaries, someone who thinks that saying no makes them selfish or mean. And that can lead to some very unhealthy, even dangerous situations later in life. Right? I mean, am I the crazy one here? That was such an insane
that's the food. It's stinky.
Mother,
that's the one.
Sort of building the foundation for how this girl's going to think about herself for the rest of her life. It's actually very depressing. It's very depressing. It's very sad to see. But there was a moment in the documentary that Kyler gets very upset, very defensive. And that's because darkness hates light. And the producer, I assume, was asking them about child protection. And Kyler gets very pressed about it because it struck a nerve. I'm going to show you a clip of that first. We always make sure all the kids are happy. So I don't feel like we're our kids. I think
it's kind of a vicious cycle. I mean, you're doing it right now. You're us and your kids right now for your game.
It's a valid point. How do you feel about what we're doing?
I'm allowing you to do it. I'm allowing you to do it because
there's a story to be told.
There's a story to be told.
Why are you getting so defensive over a pretty straightforward and a very valid question? And honestly, I think it's because on some level he knows exactly how this looks. When Madison says, "Oh, we just have a story to tell," you kind of have to ask, what story exactly is that? What's the title of it? How to build a career off your kid's entire existence?
Yeah.
And then when Kyler talks about it being a cycle, because the documentary is also
The cycle. He's not lying.
Yeah, that argument, it doesn't really hold up. First of all, he literally agreed to
It
put
is a
his
cycle.
family in the public eye. And second,
You have to restart
the point of the
interest
documentary
in
was
you.
to examine what happens when kids grow up online. That's why they followed these families for years. It wasn't meant to glorify it.
Yeah.
And if anything, it sounds like he was frustrated because he realized the conversation wasn't going to paint him as the perfect, hands-on, ethical parent. And that's probably not a great feeling when he was starting to realize that, especially when your entire brand depends on people believing that narrative. They actually later, after the documentary was aired, talked about how they didn't love how some of the edits came together and that they filmed for 5 years and that they were surprised that they didn't pick clips that were cuter. I think that's where they used cuter situations.
Oh my god.
It's like, yeah. You're surprised the producer didn't pick clips that only made you look like the perfect family? And I know this is a comment that comes up a lot on my channel even. People saying, well, aren't you doing the same thing? Aren't you also explaining the kids by talking about them? And to that, I would say a couple things. First, the focus of my content isn't the children. It's the adults and the decisions that the adults are making surrounding their kids. The kids are not the entertainment for my videos. They're the subject of concern, yes, but they're not the point of my videos. They're not what's drawing people into my videos. You know what I mean? And second, if nobody talked about this, nothing would ever change. If everyone just stayed quiet because it's my place, and the behavior continues and continues and continues and continues.
No joke.
Conversations
She
don't
left it
happen in
all.
silence.
She didn't bury it this time. I think she knew I was watching.
None of that.
Beep, 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 beep,
Boost
beep.
their bank account.
It is
It's sticky,
big.
it's viral. You have to have such a disconnect as a human to think that kind of behavior is okay. Because something must be just deeply wrong with you if that's your first thought. Your sister's in the trenches and you're like, oh, this would make a good video. Again, I couldn't find the original video, so maybe they took it down. But anyone remember when the Limit, also from Secret Lives, got ripped apart, rightfully so, for making a TikTok dancing in front of her baby while they were in the hospital sick, and she was answering questions and stuff. I think it was big pops, I guess, because it's similar and very big. The pregnancy and birth, we all know that's gold line for family. Nothing pulls you in quite like a announcement, a gender reveal, a labor update, a birth vlog, email with or a video graphic of the baby coming out of the birth canal. That's peak engagement. That's going to be the peak channels. And the thing is, these creators know it too. Once the baby is born and that birth vlog goes up, the news usually never hit that again. At least not until the next pregnancy. Which is why it kind of seems like these families operate on this constant cycle of baby boost. Something that we kind of see. Maybe it's coincidence, but it's like views are down, pregnancy, views are back up. Because their brains are already on the upload schedule. The baby is barely here, and they're already thinking about the thumbnails, the titles. Case in point, Madison posted a picture from her hospital bed of Tyler already editing her vlog saying it was coming soon. Sir, your wife just gave birth, and I'm sorry, but if you have the mental bandwidth to sit there editing footage together and exporting a YouTube video, just a mere couple of hours or so after your child was born, your wife just gave birth. That's everything I need to know. Because most people in that moment, they're emotional, they're running on you. Tyler doesn't even just rush into a YouTube video. Imagine if labor, instead of being really
Will you eat these?
He's like, hey, hold on, I gotta get this, I gotta edit, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. He's so focused on the channel. And this is exactly why people do not stand
Right? You can
excuses. Because they like to say, oh, it's just capturing memories. No, this is a full-on business. No? And actually, just a couple of years ago, Madison and Kyler posted on their Instagram that they had a family member. But this wasn't actually a family member. No, this was a woman who was a I guess, family entertainment manager. Imagine having someone else in charge of managing your family for entertainment purposes. Like, I'm sorry, that's really weird. And it should not be normalized. And unfortunately, that's the direction that we're heading. that this job even exists. It's scary. Okay, guys, this is my dog, Luna. And when I adopted her, I became really intentional about what I feed her. Because when your dog is your family, like Luna is to me, you want to actually recognize the ingredients going into their bowl. That's what I love about Sundays for Dogs. The beef recipe is made with USDA grade beef heart, beef liver, plus ingredients like
I don't know what to do with you, Missy. I just don't know what to do.
More like eating real food instead of something overly processed. And Luna comes running the second she hears the bag open. It also includes things like flaxseed, zucchini, and fish oil for overall wellness and skin and coat support. And
I just don't know what to do with you, Missy.
Easy for everyday life. At the end of the day, after everything Luna's been through, giving her real food made with real ingredients just feels like one of the simplest ways I can love her well. Your dog deserves a diet as fresh and nutritious as yours. Make the switch to Sundays today and get 50% off your first order using my link or code behind the screen below. The point that I see brought up some and not nearly enough when it comes to family vlogger kids is how much time is being spent making content and how much time is actually spent
girlfriend.
And I have to put from a while ago, and I think a little insight into Tyler's priority or thereof that they put on children's education. Okay, so just got home, took the girls to school, took us over here, working on getting these cleans together. So after they got the app, they're still out of here. So I guess there's a little system now. And they're only on level 2, so they're people sending me emails like, your daughter will be trying to Lexia app. So we're gonna I'm reading the comments on this Reddit post, and it's hard to understand during this time. I don't know about today, but during this time, so that Tyler is not one, but 2.
I know, I'm mixing it up for you. I know, you could care less for the brown stuff, but...
So behind in school, waiting for the teacher reaching out, and Madison saying, oh, I didn't think the teacher would notice. That's scary. I actually think, well, I know, that's why so many vloggers decide to homeschool their kids. Because they don't want to notice sort of thing and like this with the parent. No, actually, I want to say at one point, probably was Tyler and that their 2 young girls out of school and homeschool them, making it into content, of course. I don't know if they still are homeschooled.
Time for her to go up.
Alright,
well, that was our fun day, and she doesn't even like the food. Great, I wish.
I wanted to expand on a bit more here is the documentary that Tyler and Madison were a
thumbs
part
down.
of, born to be viral. So this was
Apparently, we get a thumbs down.
Family vloggers over the like anymore. And there are some moments that really
She takes
shed
it.
light on who Tyler and Madison are out there for. Again, they
She
perceive themselves as
buries it
an amazing family that's just doing this together
under the wall.
moments. But that's just not the truth, and it
The little pieces.
never for any of them. So first I want to show you this clip of Madison talking to her daughter about what it's like to get recognized out in public, being a part of this channel, and this really should go in one of the top 10 worst family vlogger moments.
Takes it here.
100%
So you can
believe
see
this.
him right there.
So I'm going to show you this, and then I will tell you why I think that's after. So I got like this different pregnant with their baby, fourth child, and they posted a video titled "That Baby Came Early," and Matt was at the shock face. And there was a little baby in there in the thumbnail with the medical stuff wrapped around their wrist. So the right
What did you doing?
you know,
What's over here?
concerning
What the
thumbnail,
hell
if you
over
were a
here?
fan of them, and you were following Madison's pregnancy journey, you think for sure that she had the baby early, and you would be concerned, thinking, "Oh my goodness, what happened?
Oh,
Is the baby okay?
What's in the box,
The
Mom?
baby did come early.
What's in the
baby
box?
wasn't hers. It was her sister. Her sister had a premature baby, and Kyler and Madison clickbaited it to make it seem like it was their baby who came early. What? I'm sorry, and maybe her sister was okay with this, although I couldn't find the video, so I'm thinking maybe she wasn't. I actually found this video. Maybe she won't get the nice girl edit at all.
What do you want?
But honestly, that part, it just doesn't matter. Because regardless of how that show decides to package her, the bigger
Good
issue
morning.
is
What?
still
What do you want?
fans for this video. This is our family.
Oh, you go potty? Oh, look at you with the mess.
Attention and opportunity. So with that being
Look at
said,
you, mess. Mess. Eat a mess. Eat a messy.
let's
Eat a messy.
talk about who this family actually
Eat a messy.
is, how they got started, and why they got their family involved
You're the
in first
messy.
place.
Let's go potty. Come on. Show me the bells. Show me the bells. Good girl.
Right?